There is something deeply unsettling about this movie. Not because it relies on loud jump scares, not because of monsters hiding in the dark, but because from a moment the body is placed on the table, something is very, very wrong. This is the story of a girl who is never supposed to be opened, and the terrifying consequences of doing so. The story follows a father and son who run a small morgue in a quiet town. They're used to death, used to blood, used to bodies that no longer have secrets. So when the police arrive late at night with an unidentified body, it seems like just another routine job. The body belongs to a young woman. No name, no ID, no visible injuries. She is quickly labeled as Jane Doe, and at first glance, there is nothing unusual about her, except for one disturbing detail. Everyone around her died violently, but she looks completely untouched. As the autopsy begins, the first warning sign appears. Jane Doe's body shows no signs of decay. Her skin is flawless. Her blood is fresh, almost as if she doesn't belong to time itself. This should be impossible. When they open her body, the situation becomes far worse. Inside, her organs are destroyed. Her lungs are burned. Her stomach is damaged beyond repair. And yet, none of this killed her. They discover her tongue has been cut out. Symbols are carved beneath her skin. Ancient markings that suggest ritualistic torture. Someone wanted her to suffer, not to kill her, but to use her. As night falls, strange things begin to happen inside the morgue. The radio turns on by itself. The lights flicker. Doors that were locked suddenly open. At first, the father and son try to explain it away. A storm, electrical problems, simple coincidence. But deep down, they already know the truth. Jane Doe is not just a body. She is the source. As the autopsy continues, the environment becomes hostile. The building itself seems to react to her. Hallucinations begin. Sounds come from nowhere, and reality starts to blur. The father slowly pieces everything together. Jane Doe was once accused of witchcraft, tortured by her own people, mutilated as punishment. But instead of killing her, they turned her into a vessel. The symbols carved into her body were not meant to hurt her. They were meant to bind something inside her, something ancient, something angry. And by removing her restraints during the autopsy, they released it. The morgue becomes a prison. The exits are blocked. The dead refuse to stay still. And Jane Doe begins to wake up, not physically, but spiritually, one by one. The consequences of disturbing her become clear. There is no escape. There is no forgiveness. Only punishment. As the night deepens, the father and son begin to realize that every corner of the morgue is hiding secrets. Strange noises echo from the walls. Footsteps, whispers barely audible. The air grows colder with each passing minute, and even the familiar tools on the table seem to move of their own accord. The father glances at his son, eyes wide with fear, knowing neither of them can explain what's happening. Every discovery in Jane Doe's body seems to unlock another mystery. A symbol here, a mark there, each more disturbing than the last. And with every revelation, the feeling of being watched intensifies. Shadows stretch across the walls, twisting unnaturally. The lights flicker, casting shapes that resemble figures. Figures that disappear when you try to focus on them. The son notices movement in the corner of his eye, a shadow that seems almost alive, slipping silently behind the morgue cabinets. He blinks and it's gone, but he knows it isn't just imagination. The air smells faintly metallic like blood that isn't there. Panic begins to set in. The father realizes that Jane Doe's presence is more than just haunting. It is testing them. They have crossed a line, and the consequences are starting to show. A cabinet door slams shut. The lights go out completely. Silence, except for the faintest whisper. Why did you come here? Neither father nor son can answer. They know, deep down, that the morgue is no longer theirs. It belongs to Jane Doe and whatever she carries with her. And so the story ends, not with relief, not with safety, but with a quiet warning. Jane Doe never screamed. She never fought back. She simply endured until the moment her restraints were removed. Some believe she was pure evil. Others believe she was an innocent victim, turned into something dangerous by cruelty and fear. The movie never tells us the truth. And maybe that's the most disturbing part. Because if the horror was passed on, then it didn't end in that morgue. It's still out there, waiting. So now the question is yours to answer. Was Jane Doe the monster? Or was she the punishment? What do you think really happened to Jane Doe? Guys, leave a comment below and follow at Enigma World for more spine-chilling horror stories.